just going back to tropes and representation as well, I think I've said that at last year's panel. It's so important to us, and it's gotten more important throughout the years, especially as we learned a lot from you guys. I can't even tell you how much we learned from you guys. But we're also not perfect, and some of it works and some of it doesn't. And it's just
true.
one story, and there's going to be tons of others, and that's why I encourage all of you, if you want to, just dive in.
Well, and I do think we say that a lot, make the media that you want to see, and that we're making efforts to do that, and that we encourage everybody in the fandom to do the same, and that we're certainly, I think especially these ladies, but all of us, we're always having that dialogue, but we're excited to continue to chat about it.
We were really lucky that, we have Elise and Natasha at second or third drafts come in and voice their opinions and see what you want to see change, and you really do some incredible work workshopping it that I think only makes it better because you know these characters so well.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, thank you for letting us do that and trusting us. And something I love. This is just like a weird love fest now.
Love it.
I know, a little
We're all
bit,
just
right?
like, I like you so much. No, I like you so much. But Elise and I always talk about how we love that we can meet up on a weekend and just spend an entire day going through a script together and talking about it, because not every actor wants to do that. And that's not wrong per se, but we're lucky that we actually can do that. Because some folks just like to not rehearse at all and just show up on set. And sometimes I like doing that, but I think for this particular relationship and these characters, it is important to spend time together to make it feel authentic. So I love that we can do that and do the work.
And last shout out to Spencer and Jordan and Ellen and everyone who worked tirelessly on this film. That's it.
Well, let's keep the love going.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if Carmilla has changed your life.
Actually.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys changed my life in tremendous ways, and so I know I'm grateful. Okay, moving on. Stop it. Moderators, don't cry.
You're my fairy gay mother.
So, for Natasha and Elise, stakes have been so high for your characters for so long.
Pun intended? Or not? No. Stakes.
Vampire joke, everybody.
Sorry, go on.
That was the daddest joke you could have possibly pulled out.
Oh, no.
Well, I have been told I am the daddy of daddies, so...
Yes! Nice. So weird. Oh, yeah. Tweeting it now.
Well, now I feel uncomfortable.
So do I. This is weird. Keep going.
Anyway, so... What was it like to just play a normal couple for a little while there? Was it fun or was it super weird? Because I feel like it'd be super weird.
Oh, no, it was so nice.
So great.
I mean, I just said that first, so that you have to say that back.
Yeah, it was great too, Natasha.
Yeah.
I think that no, it really was.
So nice.
It was so good to see these characters, in a more not with imminent death in the future, as has a lot of the world's gonna end.
We're both
what are we gonna have for breakfast?
Going to die soon at some point.
Yeah.
Both of us now.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, and just getting to peek into their life and their home a little bit was fantastic.
Oh, it's so nice.
For the first 5 minutes of the film, and then you start revamping and all that stuff.
All that old stuff. But it's cool to also see how they approach that together and how they work together as well. It's scary for both of them at first, but then they're like, okay, we're just gonna tackle this problem.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And I really love that. It was nice to. People ask me what my favorite scenes to film are, and they really are just the intimate moments between Laura and Carmilla, because I love working with you, and I do some of my best work with you, I think. Maybe. But, but also, and which is so important, because it really does take two people to act. I mean, unless you're doing old Shakespearean monologues on a stage, it's you need another person, and so it's so cool to have those moments, and those are my favorite moments, is when it's really about them and their relationship.
Wasn't it fun to discover your apartment? When you first walked in on set, and you're like, oh, this is where we live?
It was really nice, and we're we were a bit confused as to how they afforded it. Toronto.
Listen, guys, it's a friend's apartment. That's it. Yeah.
Ye old
They just have
vampire
great
trust
taste.
fund.
For sure, I had a Swiss bank account, and that's Carm.
Been like stifling money through the years.
Yeah, I mean, she was a
Ozarking.
countess, and then probably like
And we mentioned the
Grace
trust fund
robbed a lot,
in the movie.
Yeah, we do mention the trust fund. But also, these gals have taste, man. They know how to find the right deals.
You Pinterest the shit.
that was all Laura, I think. Carm was like, whatever, you choose. I trust you.
Trust you. Done this before
Yeah.
300 times.
And you
So I have
decided to put a vagina
technical
etch a
question because I was a dummy and didn't bring my phone up here. What time is it? Just so I mean, I'll keep you gears here. 27. Math, please.
Does that mean there's 18 minutes left?
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So, one last question because this is important, and then we're going to turn it over to you guys. So, Steph and Mel, you guys have been working very hard to get the perfect soundtrack. And then I know that's super queer.
Oh,
Please
yeah.
drop the exciting news about who will be featured in the movie.
Ooh. Okay.
So we have
one of my favorite bands.
Oh, yes, we have a lot of really amazing queer and feminist identified bands, some of which you may
Yes.
know.
Yes. And also, thank you to all the amazing suggestions
Yes.
that we got on Twitter. We weren't able to include everybody, obviously, but
Yeah.
it was also fun to discover a bunch of new cool bands that many of whom I didn't know. So
Absolutely.
thank you.
So the first one that you may know is Tegan and Sara. Right? I was like, yeah!
Another one that you may know, Muna.
I love them so much.
one?
I'm so happy.
Her.
Yes, that's right. Her. Very good scene.
Which is so.
And then are you going to talk about, we're introducing well, they're not brand new, but they're a young,
Revamped. Oh, yes, yeah.
about them.
There was Gamage from season 3. They lent us a song, and they have another new cool one called FCK.
That's right.
Yeah. And then the last one? No, and then the revamped version of Level Habit Sacrifices.
Our theme.
Yeah. It's
right.
Yeah, it's really cool. And obviously some really
Eric and
amazing.
Max did a great job.
Yeah, and this is the first time we've had a composer for the series. So we
Armin
have
Vazarian, he's amazing.
amazing. And he did like a specific Laura and Carmilla theme that we hear a couple times through the movie, and it's
beautiful.
I don't even to watch this. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know any of this.
I'm
like, what? That's
My music. It's so fun.
All right, so we're going to turn it over. We're going to turn it over to you. We have a couple more minutes tonight. You know, when I'm moderating something, I have a couple rules. Keep it lean and keep it clean today, kids. All right. All right. So get up and line up. I think there's one microphone.
Okay. I'm wondering what would be on your character's playlist?
Oh, I love these questions because I love like there are certain things that like help me get into character, and so I love things like music and even just like shoes are one that sounds weird, but yeah, shoes. Like I think walking in your character's shoes is so important. Like it'll change the way that you carry yourself, and so it's like as soon as I put on the biker boots, like I drop into Carm. Great question. So I'd say like. I think a lot of 70s punk rock, because she was there for the birth of punk rock. So I think like really obscure or original punk bands that maybe not a lot of people know about now. Ooh, yeah.
I would say Laura probably pre-Carmilla was a lot of like pop music, like I don't know. I feel like
Musical
she probably
theater.
went through like an Avril Lavigne phase for some reason.
Oh, definitely.
Canadian.
Definitely.
She wore ties.
But I feel like, oh yeah. But now, much like me in high school. But I feel like since we've been together, I feel like they probably have a record player, and Laura's like every month they go through like a new era, and Carm's just teaching her a lot about new music, and they like waltz in their living
And I
room
think
to
Laura's
their record
teaching
player.
Carm too.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm like, oh, what is this? But then I start like humming.
This is what a skater boy is.
Yeah, and then I start like humming stuff in the shower, and Laura catches Carm. She's like, oh, so it's fun. It's so funny. I also feel like Carm maybe also likes Baroque music. Like
yeah.
she's really down with Monteverdi.
Down
She was
with
there.
Amazing.
Listen, I am too.
Yeah. I was
Great
gonna
stuff.
say.
A little
Both have a
harp.
classical musical upbringing.
Yeah, a little harpsichord. Anyway.
Amazing.
I was just wondering, how was the transition from filming like a web series with just one camera to like having different angles and everything and doing a whole feature film?
It was what was it like to go from shooting a web series to feature film? Yeah, I think we can all agree that it was so great to be able to expand these characters' worlds a little bit more and be able to see them not just from a vlog perspective, but be able to walk around with them and just have the camera be more like a fly on the wall as they're experiencing things. From a purely selfish perspective, I was very happy not to do as many vlog monologues and be able
Which
to
she
like play.
Murders. Like you do so. I can't even imagine having so much
I know.
stuff to say. But
Being able to have more scenes just between the two of us and with the whole gang and it was great. So fun.
and at first we were like, oh, we have so much time. But then we realized 14 days is not a lot of time to make a movie.
I was
So that
just
one
going to
thing.
say that. It
was
seems
still
like
very
there's
rushed.
more.
But there's not. I think from our perspective, you often hear that you write the movie at the first stage, then when you shoot it, and you also write it in the edit. And I think for us, since it was the first time that we weren't contractually obligated to have 36 episodes, then we can look at scenes and say, you know what?
Yeah.
This part doesn't work.
We don't need
So
this scene
let's change
anymore.
it. Let's cut it.
Or we don't need this piece or whatever.
Absolutely. And with
I'm not even in the movie
Necessary,
anymore, actually.
Yeah. No. Imagine.
No. And we found so many, like, through the whole editing process, we discovered so many new things. We can play around with structural things with dreams, and it's just make the scenes as best as they can be. And I think we spent the most time in post on the edit, and I'm glad we did.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
10
Hi.
minutes left, it said.
I just wanted
Hello.
to come out and say I don't have a question, but thank you. Your show has changed my life, and had it not been for you, I wouldn't have had the courage to come out to my parents. And even though it wasn't like a good experience for me, I got through that because of watching your show. And I have something for you. I don't know if you accept gifts, but I drew something, and I'm not the greatest artist, but I'm totally rambling right now. I'm really gay, and I really love you.
You're welcome here. Woo! Look, you got a standing O over there.
Can I?
Congratulations, and thank you.
And honestly, hearing things like that is really the best gift that anyone could ever give to us. To hear that this show has made a difference in people's lives, that's really, I think, what art is intended for. And I'm very grateful that we
grateful.
can.
It is the ultimate reward.
Yeah.
Actually.
Thank you.
You're very
Know
courageous.
that.
But we'll take your drawing too.
Of course.
Am I allowed to say that?
Cool.
Okay.
Dana,
I wanted to play just one theory of
what, can we move to the next question? Sorry.
Amazing. Thank you so much. We're going to do a meet and greet after, too. I just want to make sure we get to everyone's questions.
Thank you so much. Though.
I'm really looking forward to reading this. Thank you so much.
So I think that perhaps that question kind of answered my question.
Yeah.
But just in your opinion, coming into art and media as a queer woman or a queer non-binary person, it's hard. It can suck in a lot of ways. And what is your go-to rebuttal when they say we shouldn't be doing this or we shouldn't be telling these stories? And thank you so much for doing it anyway.
Well, I guess who is saying we
Who is
shouldn't
saying
be
Yeah,
telling
like,
those
luckily
stories? I
I've-
think that qualifier is needed. Like a financier.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, as a producer, I'm going to say yes, and actually you'll be surprised. The people are going to come, they're going to see this movie, it's going to blow your mind. You're going to go make the same movie that you've already seen 10 times? No, make this movie one time, and people will love it, and then we can make more of them. So that's what I would say to a financier, but I don't know, to a fan, to a friend?
Yeah, I mean, I've luckily never run into that. I've not had anyone tell me in
So we should
my...
all move to Canada, essentially.
So what?
I have a few words, but I'll tell you out.
Yeah, well, I was going to say it's not something that I can answer in one simple answer because I could probably speak for an hour about that, and I could speak for an hour about how important queer representation is, positive queer representation is. It's a topic that's very important to me. But again, I want all of you to, especially as Americans, to hold us accountable, because I do need to check my privilege, because I am from a liberal city, and I'm very lucky, and I don't experience that kind of closed-mindedness in the same way that I'm sure all of you amazing, brave people have, and I have so much respect and admiration for you, and I was so ignorant to like how much nonsense is going on in the world until I was introduced to my American fans, so like it's No, I didn't mean, I actually, yeah, it's funny. I didn't mean that in a disrespectful way, though. My most loved fans and friends and loved ones are Americans. But I didn't realize, because it's legal to, you can fire somebody for being gay in 28 states, which is more than half of the country. In Canada, you cannot fire somebody for being gay, and like that blows my mind. I didn't know about that until I started working on Carmilla, and I'm really grateful for that. And I'm grateful that you guys all, help me be accountable, and that you all teach me what is, politically correct, and so I'm really grateful for that as well. Yeah, I wish I could answer it better, but
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's our time now? 5 minutes. All right, one more question, okay? I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry, just my girlfriend and I watch the show and cry because we've never seen anything like that before, and it means a lot. Thank you.
we all
move
watch
to the
the
last.
show and cry.
Never enough time.
Okay, so I wanted to ask, it might be hard, but what was your favorite scene from the entire series?
Wait, scene from the entire series and movie?
Yeah,
And movie?
And movie or just series? Sorry.
either.
Series.
When
So
we
not
first
movie.
waltzed together.
She says either.
Oh.
Oh, I do like that one.
I like that one, and I like the one just classic old season 1 where I start lighting candles and I'm like, you were dreaming, and then I ask you out. I said it just like that. And then I ask you out to the dance, and it's when I first I'm like,
That was the scene we auditioned with too, I think.
oh yeah,
That was like our
Virgin
one of
sacrifice.
them.
virgins. Well, don't you
Yeah.
look like a virgin? Yeah, true. Man, it really is
hard to choose.
It sounds so cliche, but they all I had an incredible experience from day 1 of season 1 up till now, and there was no way to pick a favorite one because they're all so wonderful for all of their own reasons. I love just the ones with Natasha. I love the ones with all the cast. That's all squeezed into one frame together. I love all the rapid fire witty banter between them. I love the fight scene that we got to do. I love it all. It was all great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think definitely have favorites per season. Season 1, episode 36, last bit I love, obviously. Season 2, episode 22, I love as well. I think that was some really wonderful work by you guys.
Yeah.
Quiet stuff. And season 3, I love everything with Sherman, obviously, and some really great moments between the two of you in the finale. And that final drone shot at the end, I'm just I love it.
Stuff in the pits of hell were pretty great.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Annie is
The
the
whole
dean,
third act.
just
The whole third
Yeah.
act of season 3 is
I did love
was
that.
amazing.
really fun and very fast moving. We didn't have the same kind of preparation that you would normally have.
We,
You're going to
blocked
have
and shot
a
it.
real moving camera, and so that was really exciting,
was-
raw kind of filmmaking.
Guerrilla,
So that I really love that part.
And in the movie, there's so many.
I hate to do this to you. I hate to do this to you. But our time here has ended.
Okay.
See you at
But
the
you
meet and
guys all
greet.
know the
And
meet and greet.
I want to thank all of you so much for coming down here, for doing this, and thank all of
thank
you for
you,
being here.
Dana.
Watch the movie on October 26th. Woo!
That was it! That was our panel! We did it! Oh my god. Guys, yes. Thank you so much for watching this video, everyone. If you can make it out, I hope you enjoy it. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Yeah. See the movie, maybe. Watch the film.